Hello, I'm working hard, and it's a very hard problem and very the questions and the things that I struggle with are in the meanings of poverty. Often it'll look like, on the second day they make people's income is what they only have. They have a different variety and less freedom. It's not have the experience to understand that. When I went to Africa, I want to share with you, with my friend that we went to Africa. In the oldest slums, about way out in the valley, where there's 500,000 people. They live together in a small shack. There's about 8 to 10 of them people that live together in one room. And it's hard. It's a hard place to grow up. Really, it's not possible to even walk through the sewage at the same time. It's impossible to see the motivation that people and the problems that they have in their life. And there was a woman, she was washing her baby and her clothes and hanging her clothes out to dry, and we were talking with the woman, and the woman said, your life with your children, and they sleep on the floor and care with together. And they sell stuff. Also, one day the rules changed. And I first remember the connection to the world, and I see the kids would say, oh, Obama, he's my brother. I would say, oh, face to face, we're here. And I meet Jenny. She has a really nice and sweet face. And I asked her to tell me the story. And she said what her dreams were. And she had dreamed to become a doctor. And a second dream was to meet a man and marry him. But the problem was with her mom. Her mother died. And that crushed her first dream. So I see the children, my mom died, and they got married, and the other woman, and again, there was no money, there was nothing. So she had to change into a whore and grow into the city and become like 20 every day, come back with $20 every day. And it was really bad, embarrassing. So she went, and then her whole life changed when she met this woman and said, I want to loan you the money, and it doesn't matter how poor you are. So 1 year later, she saved her money to buy a sewing machine. And that's what she's doing now, is second-hand clothes. And have her own little small business. And she'd go into the park, and she would change at the same time and make some spending for the woman, for her daughter. It'd be really cute, like the Sweet 16. And for baptism. And there was lots of different things that she made. So you'd walk into the community, and she'd be surrounded by a bunch of people. And they would see the clothes that she's selling and the jewelry that she made. And it was all different meanings, but still her life in the valley. And she can't move out. She'll have to change it's a big, scary change, and move to a different shack. Now, understand that I'm talking about poverty. We're talking about the view of the different perspectives of the different variables and investments that grow with them, and the less cost of a house and buildings. When you go outside and draw, you see the perspective in the hospital. Some people change. You gotta, for the mortgage, it's like 10%. And now it's like $10,000 you need to save. It changes every year. And this other woman, she changed and asked, "What is your fear? What do you have nothing? What are you missing? What am I missing?" Nothing. She said, what's my fear? What am I missing? I'm not, she said, what are you thinking? What am I missing? Safe, the drugs, the whores, the poverty? If you give me 10 minutes, I could pack my bags and say, "But what about your dreams?" She said, "My dreams? My dreams are not the same. When I was a little girl growing up, what I really wanted was a family. And that really loved me, and that they loved me back. I wanted to be a doctor for people and give the health and give cures. And the second week, I give advice for the patient and their body, and I still have their life. I'm not a doctor giving out medicine, but it's still something different. I give them hope and confidence, and maybe that'll bring away their fear. And also realize that the experience takes something to learn from Jenny. And the system is broke down. And all around the world, it's not in the future, it's a new future. We need to separate and spread out. And make the decision for themselves to really decide where they're going to go and where they're going to start for themselves. And we all need to show ourselves. Thank you.